My name is Chris Copeland. I am a math professor at Moore Park College. I've been married to my wife for 17 years.
I'm Amanda Copeland. I am a special ed teacher. We have 3 children, Ella, who's 13, Harper, who's 11, and Nico, who's 8. And we love Rocky Peak.
Our big adventure, it started July 2016. I started looking for a teaching position at a community college. I just couldn't get on to the local community college in the town that we lived in Columbus, Ohio. I informed my wife that if I was going to get a job, we were probably going to have to move. And she said, well, if we're going to have to move, why don't we move somewhere nice? And so we started exploring some different areas like Texas and Florida and California. So during the process, I applied to probably 50 different schools. My first interview was actually in San Diego. That one didn't work out. The second one was at Moore Park College, and thankfully I've got a position.
He had been kind of asking for this for years, to be able to explore other places, and I was not really ever wanting to move anywhere. I was like, okay, I'll give you, if we do this, like we'll try this for 1 year, and if I don't like it, I get to come home. So I made a list, like if we're gonna move here, I need these things to happen, and check, everything was checked off. And so I was like, okay, God, I'm open.
I would say 6 months in, she fell in love with California and did not want to go back.
It was scary. There was a lot of adjustments, and I do think there was some spiritual warfare when we came. After we kind of battled through those things, it's just like a rain of blessing. I really like my job. He likes his job. I love that our kids can play outside all times of the year. It's been an adventure that's bigger and better than I could have ever dreamt for myself.
We moved out here and we literally knew no one, never been here before. So community was definitely a big priority for us. We knew we would establish that through a church. We tried 5 or 6 different churches in the area. And the reason why we decided to try Rocky Peak and stick with it for a while is our kids really loved the kids ministry. So when we first started attending weekend services, it was a new church. It was a big church. We just came from a church back in Ohio that we attended for 5 or 6 years, and we knew everyone there. So coming here was probably a little overwhelming. It took time for us to make those connections and to fall in love with Rocky Peak. So shortly after we started attending, they started advertising about life groups, and I kind of felt like the Holy Spirit was nudging us to go ahead and connect to a life group, and maybe this was our way to establish community.
In the fall of 2016, we joined John and Mary Grau's life group. It was a real sense of community that we felt like we needed.
It was very easy for me to connect because they were authentic, real, vulnerable. So probably 2 months into starting this new job, I started experiencing some back pain. I had a major back surgery back in 2012. But from starting this new job, probably the stress of a move, the back pain started flaring up again. And I tried teaching, standing up, sitting down, going to physical therapy, going to the chiropractor. Nothing seemed to work. After 4 or 5 months, I couldn't bear the pain anymore. And I remember the day that I told my wife, I'm gonna take a leave of absence and step down from the position. I definitely felt defeated.
I had grown to love California. I certainly still missed my family, but I felt like a dream was being stolen from us. And so it caused me to sort of flip and try to dig in to fight for our dream here. And so I would pray Exodus 14:14, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still.
The fall of the following year, 2017, was starting up, and it was time for me to go back and to try again. Thankfully, the college was willing to allow me to teach most of my classes online and gave my back a chance to heal up. We desperately needed our life group.
We would do like a prayer chain so that if we needed the prayer, we could ask for it.
Being away from home, not having family to support us, our life group was our family. We wanted to support others as we were being supported during our tough times, and so we stepped up and decided to become life group leaders. I love our life group. I love the people that I get to share my life with. It's been a huge blessing to be a part of the group, to lead the group, to help others, and to do this experience with my wife.
Thank you for bringing us all together. I just pray that you would be with us, be with our conversation and our time.
When I was reading these verses this week for the study, I felt like the verses were pretty intense.
What kind of things did you guys feel when you read these verses?
There's a lot of trust amongst us, and we wrestle with hard questions, and we're not afraid to ask, how do you trust God through this?
The whole goal of being part of a life group is to become passionate Christ followers. The life group has definitely helped me grow with my relationship with Christ. I feel the way that God has designed all of us, we're all built to design to be in relationship, and not just any relationship, but close, intimate relationships. Life groups at Rocky Peak give you an opportunity to be in those close, intimate relationships with people.